So I have not made a video in almost 2 years, but during that time I have been heavily reselling. So I mainly sell shoes, and then sometimes I'll sell clothes or collectibles. But what I wanted to do is start the channel back up and do kind of like a weekly series of just me reselling throughout the year. And it would be mostly what I picked up during the week. So I'll just show you all my pickups and then the price I paid for them and then what my expected profit is on each item. And then maybe once I sell all the items from a given haul, I'll do like a YouTube short just giving an update on what I expected to make versus what I actually made, just so you can see full transparency on just the ins and outs of reselling. I also might do some live cop videos since I do bot a little bit, so when I'm able to film a live cop video, I'll throw one of those in the video, especially if it's a nice release. And also, if you have any questions, whether you're new to reselling or you've been doing it for a while and you just haven't had your questions answered, make sure to drop those down below and I will do my best to answer everyone's question. And if a bunch of people are asking, I can do a section in the video just addressing the whole question and just my thoughts on it. If this is something you guys want to continually see, make sure to leave a like on this video. I'd really appreciate it. This shows me that people want to see these types of videos, and I'll make more of them in the future. And also, before I show everything I picked up this week, make sure you subscribe to my channel down below. I'd really appreciate it. This will help you see next time I upload one of these videos. And now let's see what I picked up. So here is everything I picked up within the last week. So these front two columns are from a Shopify site that recently had a 60 or 70% sale. So I was able to pick up almost 50 pairs from them, and this is only half of the orders. So when the other half comes in, that'll be the next video. And then this is also not from the same site, but it's from a different one. I've been buying stuff off them quite a bit this year, and usually you can get pretty good prices on the stuff because they have this Cash App boost that gives you 10% off. So I've been taking advantage of that, and I've been able to pick up quite a bit of stuff from them this year. So quite a few shoes. I think there'll be probably 40 or 50 shoes, but a lot of them are the same model, so I'll try my best to not show you the same shoe, and I'll just show different models and then how much I expect to make from them. So I'm gonna open all these up, stack them up, and then we'll get right into it. So here's everything unboxed. I think when I counted, there was like 43 pairs, so not quite 50, but it was a little over 40. I can't remember what I said. But as you can see just by the boxes, a lot of them are the same type of shoe. So this first column, all Crocs. Next column, all Bape shoes. A few New Balances. I think there's 2 or 3 different models in there. This next column, just all red Nike boxes, and that's also, I think, 2 different models. And then this is where it's a little bit different. These are all 3 different models. And then the last column, all LeBrons. It's all the same LeBron, but it is a different color. So I will show each color and then what I expect to make on each, as I will do for the rest of them. So what I plan on doing is just telling you what I paid and then what my estimated profit is, and then I'll just add it up at the end, see how much I was able to make on this week's haul. And there's also a clothing piece, which I'll also show, but it's not pictured. So now I'm just gonna go over the prices on each individual shoe. So for the first item, I'm gonna start off with the clothing item since I didn't show that in the clip before. And it was this Cause TNF in the black colorway. It's one of their lightweight jackets. I was able to get this for under retail. I think I paid around $380 for it, and retail on it, I think it's $425. I could be wrong though. But I thought that was a pretty good pickup since on apps it goes for, I think, around $550. So I'll throw up what the expected profit is after fees in a graphic above. I can't remember what the math is off the top of my head, but usually I try to stay away from clothes just because I always get unlucky with them, but the margins were good enough on this that I decided to take the risk. And overall, this is a nice pickup, nice jacket. Not my size though. If it was my size, maybe I'd contemplate keeping it, but since it's not, I will be selling it. So this should be some pretty nice profit, so good first item. So now onto the shoes, and I'll probably just go in the order I showed them when they were on my counter. And the first shoe is this Salehi Croc, and the box says this is called the Pale Blush colorway, and I was able to cop 6 of these, all size 11, and I paid, I think, $60 for them. And right now, profit's only like $10 or $15, but in my opinion, it's a good filler shoe since it moves every day, and I like to have some fast movers even if their profit isn't very high. And if you don't know, on StockX, they'll charge you $4 per shoe if you don't bulk ship them. So if you bulk ship like 2 or more shoes, you get that $4 back, so it just increases your profit by $4 per item. So I always like to have a bunch of fast movers just because sometimes the higher profit shoes don't necessarily sell every day, but if you can get some fast movers, you'll be able to combine them and bulk ship them. So that's why I bought these. I was able to get 6 of them. So even if I make like 10 or 15 per on each shoe, I'll still make like $60 or $70, but the main reason I got these is just for bulk orders. So the next shoe is probably the shoe I've sold the most of this year, and it's these Bape Skatesta shoes. So this is Bape's take on the Dunk, and if you didn't know, I think they're getting sued for these right now just because they look too similar to Dunks, I think. But I've been selling quite a bit of these. On the website, I've been buying them. They're super cheap, and with the Cash App boost for 10% off, I'm paying like $190 per for each colorway. So there's 3 colorways. There's the blue colorway, also a red colorway, and the green colorway. And in my experience, the green colorway sells for the most, but there wasn't as much stock for these on the website. And I've been making anywhere from $30 to $75 per shoe on these, which is pretty good, and they move pretty fast. And the funny thing is, once Bape got sued, these started selling really well for me. I sold like 5 or 6 of them in one day, which usually I only sell like 1 or 2. It'll be sad once I don't have these anymore, but this was so far my best like reselling flip of the year, just because of how many I was able to get and how much profit per shoe I was able to get on these. I do have quite a few still coming in, which I'll show in another video, and I'm pretty sure they're out of stock on the website I've been buying from, so I'll be able to control market, which is always something you want to do when reselling. I was able to get 6 of them, and I can't remember the color breakdown, but I'll throw that up on the graphics. So overall, a really nice shoe. This was a really nice pickup just because of how many I was able to sell and how much they sell for. So now on to the next shoe. So now I'm going to go over the New Balances I picked up, and the first one is a 550, and this is the Lunar New Year colorway, and I didn't realize these were still sitting on site, so we'll see how that works out. I think they still have some resale value, but not too much. But kind of like the Crocs, this was more of a filler shoe. Since I was able to get them for under retail, I paid, I think, $117 per on these, and retail's like $130. So I'll be able to make $10 or $15, but they move quite a bit, so it's just another filler shoe for bulk orders, just so I can save that $4 shipping fee. But this is still a really nice colorway. I'm surprised it doesn't go for more. Maybe in a few months, once summer comes around, these will end up going more. It's more of a summer colorway in my opinion. But overall, still a nice shoe. I was able to pick up 4 pairs. I think I still am waiting on a few of them. Next New Balance shoe is this 530, and these were super cheap. I think I paid like $60 per on these, and you can sell them for right around 100, sometimes 110. So really good margins. It's over 50% ROI on these. So really good pickup just because of how cheap they are, and they do move pretty well. And I just got in 2 more this week, and I think I still have 1 or 2 on the way, and then after that I don't have any more since they sold out. So this was a nice shoe. Moves pretty fast, which I'm surprised, even though I've never seen anyone wear these. You should always pick up good model New Balances when they're super cheap like this, just because your ROI will always be higher. So the last New Balance shoes, same model, just different colorways, and it's this 1906, and both are from the protection pack. So I believe this colorway is called the Turtle Dove, and I kind of fumbled on these because these were sitting in a full size run on the site, but I forgot about them, and I was only able to get 3 pairs of each colorway. So I got 3 size 8s, and I believe I paid $135 for them, and retail on them is $170. So I got them for like $35 under retail, which is really good. And these go for almost $200, I believe. I'll have to check what market is on them and what the profit is, but it should be pretty nice. And here's the other colorway I picked up. I believe this one's called the Castle Rock, and same story with the other colorway. Kind of bag fumbled on these. These were sitting in a full size run, and I just forgot to buy them. So I was only able to get 3 size 13s of these, and I believe these are sitting on sites at retail. But I was also able to get these for like $135 per, so still under retail, but I don't think they go for as much as the other colorway. So I'll either have to hold these, or I'll just dump them for like $10 or $15 profit. I'll have to decide. I think they do move pretty fast, so that's nice. But overall, this is a really nice shoe. I really like the protection pack New Balances that they come out. My favorite one's the 2002R, I think that's what it's called. And these ones are still nice, but I like the other model better. So hopefully I'll be able to pick up one of those in the future. But that is all the New Balances. Now on to the Nike shoes. So for the Nike shoes, I'm going to start off with the LeBron shoes just because he just became the all-time leader for points in the NBA. And the first one is this LeBron 16 Low, and I can't remember what this colorway was. And I got the shoe for super cheap. I only paid $48 for it. So anytime you can get a LeBron for like 50 bucks, always a good cop. Even though this is a pretty bad size, I think it's like size 8 or 8.5. Usually big sizes do better, but at this price, can't go wrong. I'll probably be able to easily sell this on eBay for like 100, 120. That's kind of what I'm expecting to list it at. So the next LeBron I was able to pick up is this LeBron 18 in this pink colorway. I was able to get 4 or 5 pairs of these, and this pink colorway is kind of loud, but I was able to pick it up for like $60, which is 70% off from retail. So it should be a nice move on eBay. I haven't checked market on like StockX or GOAT. I plan on selling most of these Nike shoes on eBay just because of how cheap I was able to get, and it's a little easier to sell some of these like oddball shoes on eBay just because it's easier to get views on them. So that's what I'll be doing with these. List them on eBay. Hopefully I'll make like $20 or $30 per on them, and it'll be like a 50% ROI if I sell them for $30 profit. So here's the other LeBron I picked up, and also same LeBron 18, just a different colorway. This is the bread colorway, I believe, and I was also able to pick these up for $60 per, so super cheap. and I also plan to sell these on eBay. And I believe I did pick up another colorway, but I don't think it's in the mail yet. Maybe next mail day I'll have the other one and I'll be able to show it to you. So that's all the LeBrons I picked up. So now I'm going to show you the Air Maxes. So ending the video with the Air Maxes I picked up. First one is this Air Max 95 in the BHM colorway, and I paid like almost nothing for this. I paid $54 for these, and that's really cheap for Air Maxes. So this is probably going to be another eBay shoe where I list it for like 100 or 120 and just make 20 or 30 per after fees on it. And I haven't checked market on these, so I don't know how much they sell, but at these prices I can't really complain, and I'm sure I'll be able to make some decent money on them. So here's the second Air Max I picked up, and it's just this all white colorway of the Air Max 2090, and this is a women's shoe. I think it's like a size 9. I only picked up one of these just because that's all that was left, but I paid like $45 for it, so that's super cheap. So also will probably be selling this on eBay. And I think these move fairly fast, so it should be a pretty easy sell. Another Air Max I picked up was this Air Penny 5 in this blue colorway, and I'm not really too sure what market is on them, but I only paid $48 per on those, so that's super cheap, and this will probably be another shoe I have to sell on eBay and just take offers on. But the problem is I was only able to get size 8 and size 8.5, and usually with these basketball shoes, the bigger sizes do better. So hopefully I'm able to move these pretty fast. And I'm not really too concerned with how cheap I got them for, but I still don't think these will move fast, but hopefully the profit will be worth it. So now on to the last Air Max shoe I picked up. So here's the last Air Max I picked up from this haul, and I think this might be one of my favorite ones. It's an Air Max Plus 3 in this black and red colorway, and black and red shoes are my favorite colorway. But I think I only paid like, it was less than 60. I think it was like 55 or 57 for these, so super cheap. And I think these go for a decent amount. I got like size 10 through 11, which is usually a pretty good size for Air Maxes. So these should be nice profit once I'm able to sell them. But the problem is I don't know how fast these sell. Just like the same story with a lot of the other Nike shoes is when you get them for so cheap, sometimes you can take the risk just because you have a lot of room, and you shouldn't lose too much if you lose anything at all, and you should still be able to make decent profit on them. So that is the last shoe I was able to pick up. I have 4 of these, and so I'll throw the graphic up like with the rest of what I expect to make on them. So that wraps up everything I was able to pick up this week for reselling. I'll put a graphic up on what I expect to make on everything combined and just the totals for everything. And if I'm able to sell all these pretty fast, I will make an update on like a YouTube short just showing you what I was actually able to sell the items for. So that is pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like on this video, and that'll tell me if you want to see more of these in the future. And also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe down below, so that way you can see next time I upload one of these videos and you can be one of the first to watch it. So that is it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.